We now welcome the number 15th ranked UFC middleweight contender, Kevin Holland. Kevin, thank you for the time today, sir.
No problem. Thank you.
We will take the first set of questions from Gabriel Gonzalez with Cage Side Press.
Hey, Kevin, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I got a lot of very obvious questions, so I'm just going to rip it off like a Band-Aid. How the heck are you able to fight just 2 weeks after testing positive?
I never tested positive.
Wait, so what happened?
It was probably a false positive, bro. I took a lot of tests right after, and they were all negatives, but shit happens, and I can't control the shit that happens. So here I am a week later.
Are you at all worried another one might pop up? Because we know 2020, it's just the year of the craziness.
Nah, I'm not worried about any more bad tests on my end. Somebody else's end, that's a different story. My end, nah, healthy as an ox.
So obviously it's a quick turnaround. Did you have to do any quarantining at all before you got your next negative test? Like how much time did you have to spend just by yourself?
Yeah, I spent most of that whole next week before I got on the plane to come out here by myself. As soon as I got the negative test, it was the day, as soon as I got the test that said I was positive, it was the day after Thanksgiving, and then I had my coach that same day go buy a bunch of gear for the garage. He dropped it off in my driveway. I put the garage together, did what I could in the garage for most of the week, and then I did like 2, maybe 3 sessions at the gym before I hopped on the plane. So I did Saturday, Sunday. I did Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, and we didn't work out Monday. I did a workout at home, and that was it. So, yeah, it wasn't that bad. I got negative tests like 3 days after I got the positive, so I was good.
Got it. I asked because obviously you get a switching opponent to Jacare. I mean, this is another tough guy. Just how much time did you have to work with your coaches and strategize and all that good stuff for this fight?
I guess you could say in a way we got ready for Jacare in the garage, but I guess in a way you could say Jacare got ready for me in the garage. So even Stevenson.
Very fair. Watching that fight, Jack Hermansson Vittori just a couple of days ago, just what was that like for you? Did you feel like that could have been me? Anything like that?
No way possible that could have been me. The way those guys fought was beautiful, man. It was very nice for that specific fight for those two. I wouldn't have got hit that many times in my face. I'm just not that kind of guy. But yeah, props. Good fight. Props to them. Marvin Vittori got out there and got the job done. Looks like the boss baby. Now I'll go out there and get his job done, and we'll call it even Stevens once again.
Hey, thank you, Kevin. Good luck.
No, thank you.
We will take the next set of questions from Scott Shapiro with South Florida Insider.
Hi, Kevin. You hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on with you, boss?
Hey, so looking for your 5th win in 2020. I mean, few fighters that could say they've even fought that many times in a year. Are you even allowing yourself to kind of look ahead, considering 5 wins in a calendar year? Is this the most wins possibly for you in a year?
It's been a really good year, but I don't know. I think I had 5 wins once before I got to the big show. And a couple of them were Muay Thai wins. So I don't know. I mean, I like busy years. I hate the idea of sitting at home warming up the bench. I'm not a bench warmer. So keep me as active as possible. And everybody keeps saying 5 fights in a year. I've had 5 fights in 7 months. This isn't a normal year. This is a pandemic year. I'm the only person that got hot during the fucking virus.
Have you, though, really allowed yourself to kind of look ahead, considering kind of what's going on in the division? I mean, it's only a few fights out. At 2021, you could be fighting for a title.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool, man, but I'm in no rush. Everybody always talks about that title, but I got gold on my pinky and I got gold on my neck. I'm good with the gold I got. I got a little bit more gold at the house. So as long as they keep me active and they keep me fighting, I'm a happy, happy man. There's plenty of guys in the division that need to get smacked before I can become a champion. And everybody wants to be the champ, but half of these guys really aren't that good. They all think that they're the best fighter in the world, but truth be told, we all got holes somewhere. So let's just continue to fix our holes, and then we'll see what happens. But if that happens in 2021, I will snipe whoever the champ is, and I'll become the champ.
And talking like that, that's why obviously you're a fan favorite to so many people out there. You always seem to put on a show, but do you kind of have to kind of sit back and be a little bit more technical and knowing what Jacare offers? I mean, the guy's a legendary ground game.
Nah, I think I'm technical every fight, even when it doesn't look technical. Just because I'm very athletic, don't think it's not technical. Whatever Jacare brings to the table is perfectly fine. Jacare is a lot like my coach and the grappling aspect. And if we're talking about the striking aspect, I definitely think I have the advantage there. So overall, it should be a really fun fight, but having to slow things down or do things more technical, that might be my downfall. I think if I speed it up, I think actually if I press fast forward, I might just run through Jacare.
All right. Hey, well, that's it for me. Look forward to the fight. Thanks a lot, Kevin.
No, thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
We will take the next set of questions from Jordan Ellis with Low Kick MMA.
Hi, Gavin.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much, man. I just want to get your thoughts on, when you actually got that positive test. You're a very positive guy. Was there ever a moment where you were just, totally disappointed to have this huge opportunity and see it get taken away and then have to watch them on TV going to war for 5 rounds?
No, you sound just like Darren Till. This shit's amazing. My bad, though. My bad. Let me get back on track. Nah, never bothered me, not one bit. I never wished bad on another man. So seeing Marvin Vettori step up and take the fight against Jack Hermanson, I thought that was amazing. Watching them duke it out and slug it out like two warriors, I thought that was amazing. They fought each other exactly how I would never fight either one of them. So I just thought it was awesome to watch. The overall experience has been nice. It was different, you always look for something different. It was a new puzzle to solve. For a moment, we thought I had virus. Then we realized that I didn't have virus. So it was just a different obstacle. But it was definitely just another day in the office, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and you weren't down for long. You bounced straight back into another huge fight. If you get past Jacare, where do you see yourself in the division?
Man, I see myself still number 15. That's what they have me at now. So I think I finally earned that 15 spot, getting past Jacare. But God, talking to you makes me want to fight Till. So that's the route I'll probably try and head. Now I want to do whatever it takes to be a BMF. I want to be a bad motherfucker as well. So I don't know what that takes, but whatever that takes, let's figure it out.
Well, one thing I seen you said through the week is you want to be a BMF and fight Yoel Romero. Obviously, he's gone now. So who would you be thinking of calling out after this fight? You just mentioned Darren Till. He's at the top of your mind, but that's probably my fault. So who else is on your mind?
After this fight, you know what, man? It really doesn't matter. Honestly, if I was just taking a fight after this fight just to have fun, I can't call out Numbnuts anymore because he just lost, Mike Perry. But I don't really like Derek Brunson that much. So if you guys give me the opportunity, I would like to smack Derek Brunson. And if he tries to wrestle too much, I'll check his oil and then smack him. Either way, he's getting smacked.
That'll be a fun fight. Well, thanks for answering my questions and good luck with the fight.
Thanks, boss. Appreciate it. Thank you.
We will take the next set of questions from Luis Green with MMA Crazy.
Hey, Kevin, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Good, thank you. Obviously, change of opponent here in Jacare. Can you talk a little bit about the differences that you've discovered, preparing, getting yourself ready for someone like Jacare compared to, Hermanson?
You know what? I don't train any different for the person that I'm going to fight. I just do what I'm going to do. My coaches may have a few things in mind that they want to work on, but it's usually just wrestling defense because they don't want me to get taken down. But for the most part, no, it's a little bit easier getting ready for Jacare because it's 3 rounds instead of 5. And, man, those extra 2 rounds, it sounded long.
Are you disappointed that you weren't able to go 5 rounds, obviously having that main event spot taken away from you?
No, it was, like I said earlier, it was never mine to begin with. So therefore, it was never mine to cry about when it got taken away. It was an opportunity that was presented to me, and then it was an opportunity that was taken away. Another opportunity presented itself, and I'm happy with the opportunities that I get. So no matter what it is, I'm not going to be down about spilt milk, because all you can do is clean that milk up and pour another glass.
Yeah, and obviously Jacare is a big name. He's had a long career with the sport. I mean, what was your reaction when they put forward his name to you?
I was very happy with the Jacare. When they offered me Jacare, I got really happy. First thing I thought, I was like, damn, I'm officially an alligator hunter, so I'm gonna be the alligator catcher come December 12th. And I think that's amazing. And then I think it was even more amazing that my coach, Travis Luter, he was super excited about the Jacare fight, a fighter that was around when he was around. So, being able to take out a guy like Jacare, put that mantle on my house, that's amazing. Very, very amazing.
Definitely. And what have you thought about his career, in general, and what have you thought about his past performances? Obviously, he's coming off of 2 recent losses. And what will you be expecting to see from him this weekend?
2 close losses. I'll be expecting to see a very hungry Jacare who wants to be back into good conversations. But I'll also be looking to see a Jacare who, if he can't get the job done soon, will be looking to retire. 40-something years old, can't keep coming out here fighting these young guys like me. So eventually you have to slow down,
Definitely.
Time to slow down.
Okay, well, we look forward to seeing it. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
We will take our next set of questions from Sue McDonough with Sportskeeda.
Hey, Kevin. Hope you're doing well.
Thank you.
Okay, so could you tell us a little bit about the procedure of how this fight came along? You obviously were scheduled to fight Jack Hermansson initially, but then, of course, you said there was this false COVID positive test now, and then you and Marvin Vettori kind of swapped places. So could you tell us a little bit of how this fight came together?
Yeah, when they said I had COVID, I was like, dang, that sucks. So by the next day, I was like, what's the verdict going to be? And I asked my manager, and he said they mentioned something about Jacare. So then I hit Mick Maynard up on Instagram. I'm like, yo, what's up with the alligator? And he was like, yeah, you can take the Jacare fight if you think you'll feel good in a week. And I said, I think I will feel fantastic. It's about time I became an alligator catcher. So now here we are, getting ready to catch an alligator. Legendary alligator at that. It's going to be phenomenal.
So this is your 5th fight of what has been a very unusual year so far. So initially when the UFC restarted their events in this pandemic, was it like always your goal to keep yourself this active through the entire year?
Man, it's always a goal to keep myself this active no matter what the year brings. I like being active. It's fun being this active. Nobody wants to warm up the bench. I'm not a bench warmer. So to be in the game and to be out here getting it, once every other month or once a month, it has been nice. I really enjoyed it. We can do this again next year.
And getting to this weekend, you're obviously facing a very experienced Jacare. Would you consider him as your toughest opponent in the UFC so far?
No. Not at all.
Who would that be then?
I don't know. That's still to come.
All right. Okay, last question for me. Going back to the Jack Hermansson fight, a win this weekend would put you in prime position to call for a higher-ranked opponent. Would you be interested in booking that Hermansson fight at some point?
Yeah, if that's what they want me to do, I'm down for whatever they want me to do. I'm not the type of person that really asks for too much. Like I was saying earlier, if I got to ask for anything, I'm asking for Derek Brunson. He's ahead of me as well. Other than that, I'm not too much asking for anything. I'm just asking that they continue to keep me on the roster and to continue to let me fight. That's the only thing I ask for.
All right, I look forward to a fight this weekend, and good luck to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
We will take the next set of questions from Damon Martin with MMA Fighting.
Hey, Kevin, you mentioned earlier that you got in the top 15 rankings with the new rankings that came out. But you're a guy, and I know from talking to you, you're just about the next challenge. You're not, as you said, not chasing belts, not chasing anything, just, out there fighting and doing your thing. The rankings, does that matter to you? I mean, is it a cool accomplishment, or are you just kind of like, all right, I got a number next to my name?
It's cool for my grandpa. It's cool for other family members that look at stuff like that. And it's cool for my coaches. It's cool for people at the gym. For me, I could care less. As long as those checks keep getting fatter, I'm a happy man, bro. I'm a very, very happy man.
You told me before this all kind of, the craziness all happened when right before Anderson Silva had his last fight scheduled, that you had always envisioned you would love to be Anderson's last fight because of your coach, Travis Luter, a guy who fought Anderson many, many years ago. Were you sad to see Anderson go out that way? And do you feel like, it is a good time for him to walk away? I know you said you'd love to be his last fight, but it seems like maybe we've seen him for the last time already.
Yeah, man. I agree with Dana 100%. fighting is a young man's game, and if you're gonna do it at an older level, you should probably do it for an organization that's not as rough as the organization that we're in right now. So if Anderson Silva wants to continue to fight, out of respect to his career and respect to what he's done, he should probably fight other guys more in the same age category. That way, you can. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard to say. The ego in me, of course, I want to fight Anderson Silva. Of course, I don't want him to be done. Bring him right back so I can get another fight. The fan in me just wants to see him not lose anymore. So
yeah,
rough situation.
Absolutely. With that being said, you mentioned you want to be the BMF. When the BMF title came about with Masvidal and Diaz, it was like the perfect storm. Those two guys, it was a great moment. Didn't ruin anything else, didn't ruin a title contender or anything by having those guys fight. So I'm curious, at middleweight or light heavyweight or welterweight, I know you kind of float around, who would be the perfect BMF fight for you?
The one that owns the belt right now. You know what I mean? The one that owns the belt right now. He owns the belt, so you got to take the belt from the person who owns the belt. Unless they're just trying to give out BMF belts to everybody in every weight division. But I doubt that. So, like I said once before in an interview, it doesn't make sense to have two belts at one weight class. So that one could be a catchweight at 175. George Masvidal is a street fighter with a street background. Pretty sure he's down to do anything. But I got to build my clout before I can get a guy like George. So got to keep chasing necks, checks, and clouts, and I'll be all right.
And last one for me, you mentioned 5 fights in 7 months. Everything goes well on Saturday night. You mentioned, as you said, the title is not necessarily what you're chasing right now, but you've had such an active schedule. We used to call it the Cowboy Cerrone schedule, then we called it the Angela Hill schedule. Maybe now we call it the Kevin Holland schedule. Is there a part of you that prefers that, staying busy, fighting every other month, and worrying about the ranked contenders? Not that you don't want to fight those guys, but you do see when certain people get ranked top 5, top 6, then they start, their schedule slows down. Suddenly, then they're only fighting twice a year, maybe 3 times a year at most. They're not fighting. Would you prefer just to keep this kind of schedule permanently?
Yeah, I like fighting a lot. I like fighting as often as possible. I like to fight as much as I can until I'm done. But like I always say, it's whatever they want me to do. I'm gonna try and be a company man more than anything else. So if they want me to slow down, let's try and wait until I'm 30. But it is what it is, and I'll take it how it comes.
Thank you, Kevin.
No, thank you.
We will take the last set of questions from Cote Cruz with the 4 to Win MMA.
Hi, Kevin. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Good. Yeah, absolutely. Good to talk to you, man.
Good to talk to you as well.
Thank you, man. Well, if we put aside your old COVID ordeal where you told us a few moments ago that it's just a false positive, you've been a pretty epic fighter in 2020. What's the secret for having such an amazing year in a time where things have proven to be quite an uphill run?
What's the secret? You want the truth, or you want a good interview answer?
Maybe both. Why not? Let's go for both.
All right, I'll give you a good interview answer. A good interview answer would be, man, the secret to this recipe has been just staying active, man. Staying ready so I don't have to get ready. The real truth of the whole matter is, I don't give a fuck, bro. I smoke a lot of weed, and if they tell me they want me to fight, the only thing that sucks is I have to stop smoking for a week. Other than that, nothing's really that bad. I love fighting. There's nothing better. So, yeah, this is what we do. And if all those other fighters that sit out there and they're always like, they love to fight and then they get offered a fight and they don't fight, they're not real fighters. They're posers. So like, I used to skateboard back in the day, and those guys used to try and dress like skaters, but they weren't really skaters. They're freaking posers, man. Half these guys in the fight game, they don't really want to fight. They just want to look like they're fighters so they can look cool and then go out to the family barbecues and friends picnics and stuff like that. Me, on the other hand, I really, really enjoy getting close to killing somebody. You know what I mean? It's like all my cars have big trunks. You see in the green machine? You know how many bodies I can stuff in the green machine? Give me all the bodies I killed this year and we can find out.
Man, that's one hell of an answer, man. I don't know why did you sell yourself short that way. Well, how do you feel about the portrayal of your rise to prominence at the UFC? You had one hell of a debut against a killer like Thiago Marreta, and on the last chapter of the promotions for the fight, we are reminded that Dana White used it to call you Big Mouth, but then he surrendered to what you showed him inside the octagon. What would you describe how would you describe this tenure with the UFC?
How would I describe
your tenure with the UFC? Yes.
Help me out here, Gavin. My time with the UFC? Oh, it's fascinating, bro. It's been wonderful. It's the best job in the world. I wouldn't ask for anything else. I don't have a problem with anything Dana White's ever said about me. I don't have a problem with it. Anything that's happened in my UFC career this far. I'm honestly, all those guys who complained about not liking their job or complaining about the UFC or complaining about, I don't know, those guys are stupid as fuck. Maybe they should just fight more. You know, it's like I fight a lot. I get paid a lot. I'm happy with everything I have. I have a nice house. My girl looks good. My cars look good. My kid looks good. My dogs are nice. Everything's nice. You know, UFC, they've done it all for me. So I cannot complain at all, like whatsoever. I complained about the video game, but that was dumb because my little brother told me the video game's not that good. So overall,
Still not pursuing that chance to be a part of the game?
no, man, just make a UFC 5 for PS5 and then put Kevin Holland in it. There you go. That's the new campaign.
Sounds reasonable. Last question from me. With such a creative fighting style, I'm curious to know which fighters you draw inspiration from.
I used to draw inspiration from a lot of these guys. I used to think all of them were fascinating and amazing before I got in the UFC. I used to think all those guys at the top that you watch on those countdowns were pretty cool. Now that I'm here and I'm seeing these guys a lot firsthand, half of them are pussies. So I draw no influence from none of them. Sorry if that was mean, but
It's your answer, man. So whatever it goes, goes. Thank you so much for your time, Kevin. Best of luck on this fight in this weekend.
No, thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Kevin. That is all the time we had for you, sir.
Sweet. Thank you.